Welcome to Power Platform AI Builder series. Myself Dhruvin Shah, and you are watching the fourth part of this series. During this session, I am going to cover how we can consume prediction AI model to Power Apps using the Power Automate. But before we move further, I insist you to watch all my previous three sessions on this series where I have explained about the prediction model to preparation of CDS model, and we train and publish our prediction model earlier. After that, proceed for this last video. Note one thing here. Apart from this prediction series, I have another two series of AI Builder, which is form processing and text classification. If you didn't get a chance to look into that, links are always down below in the description box. Now head over to laptop and start with my session. In the earlier session, we have created this prediction day 01 AI model, as well as we have created one of the entity, that is movie analysis day 01. In this session, we are going to create one of the Power Apps, and we are consuming our AI model with the help of Power Automate. So now let's get started. The creation of Power Apps is somewhat different to use the AI Builder inside the Power Apps, because it is something which is created with the help of solution. So first of all, from your Power Apps, go to the solution, and we need to build one of the solution from here. So click on create a new solution. Just give any name for your solution. I am giving the name of prediction day 01 from here. After that, you need to select the publisher over here. Select the select publisher, CDS default publisher, and just click on the create button. So this will create one solution over here, that is prediction day 01. Now to make the process simpler, I already created one solution. I'm opening that solution. Now inside this solution, you need to create your flows and Power Apps, right? So to create the Power Apps inside this solution, just click on new, click on app, click on Canvas app, click on tablet from factor. So this will create the Canvas app inside this solution, right? So this is one basic step you need to follow over here. Also, you can also add any existing Canvas apps that is already you have created. For that, you just need to go to add existing, and from app you need to add the Canvas app. So it will show all the available apps inside this tenant, and you can add that as a solution. All right, now this is the blank screen of the Canvas app. Now we need to build some pages and forms over here. Now I already did that thing, so I'm showing you this thing to you. So this is my screen, and you can see here I have added one label, that is predict your data, will a person go for a movie or not. I added two labels over here, date and is public holiday. I added one date picker control from the insert option, and from input you have the date picker option over here. So I added this date picker, and also I added one toggle switch from here, that is from input you just need to add toggle from here, right? So these are the two basic things you need to add first on your page. Then you need to add one refresh icon from your here insert, and from icons just add the refresh icon over here, and you need to add one button over here. From insert you just need to add one button. So these are the few basic steps you need to do, right? Now it is something that we need to connect our flow with the Power Apps to predict the model. Now we need to create the Power Automate first. For that, you just need to go to your similar solution that we just created, that is prediction day 01. I already have this solution, so I am opening this solution. Now here we need to create the two different flows for that. One is parent flow and one is child flow, right? For that you just need to go here and create new flow. So this will redirecting you to this flow, and from there you can create a flow. Now I already created both of this flow, parent flow and child flow. So I'm not showing you the step-by-step procedure, but I'm opening that flow and explain you what I did over there. Now there is a question in your mind that why you need a parent and child flow over here, why you didn't put everything into a single flow. There is one specific reason behind it. The reason is that if I use the prediction model in the Power Automate, and if I if I'm using the prediction model inside the Power Automate, and if I'm trying to add the action on this button inside the Power Apps, it will throw me an error that you can't use that predict action inside the Power Apps. And that's the reason that I need to build a separate flow to use the prediction action and use that result as a result of parent flow and returning to the Power Apps. So the main reason is that we need to build these two different flows. Right now, let me start to create with the parent flow. So for parent flow, just add an action, that is Power Apps. You need to initialize three variables, that is holiday, is weekend and is weekday, because your model required these three parameters as the input. So is holiday, is weekend and is weekday. So define these three variables, and once you click on this value, just click on ask in Power Apps. So it will create these three variables automatically for you over here. Hope this is clear for you now and you don't face any trouble till now. Now, after you creating these three variable, you need to add an action that run a child flow. Just add that action because you haven't created the child flow yet, right? So just add that action and save the flow, right? Now go to your solution again and create a new flow to create a child flow. Click on new and add a flow. So let me open my child flow in the edit mode. Now we'll create the child flow. First of all, you need to add an action when an HTTP request is received, right? Now here you need to generate a sample schema. So it's just a simple, like you just need to provide like which parameter does it accept. For that you just need to click on this use simple payload, and you just need to type like this which are the variable you want. So let's say for an example you want is public holiday. This is my variable and its value should be 1, like this. Now if you need a parameter that is working day and its parameter is 5, you can add any sample data over here, and at last you can add weekday, that should be 5, right? And you just need to click on done. So it will create all the variables for you automatically. This structure would be created automatically based on your variable name. So I took a variable holiday, day and is working, and its data type is integer. So it has been generated automatically over here. This is clear for you now. Now you need to add one action from here. You need to search for predict action. So once you select the predict action, you can see that predict action. Now from here you need to select your model. So basically we have created a model that is prediction dev01 model, right? So this is my AI model that we have created, right? So we need to select this model from here. So once you select this model, it will automatically ask for these three parameters because it is something that we have defined while we creating a model, right? Now from here you need to set your variable. So in our HTTP action we have day, holiday and is working variable. So just add these three variables over here, right? Now let me just remove this because I already have this action available in my flow. So this is my model because with this created app I am referring this model will a person go for a movie? So I am selecting this model, but it is the same that we have created as of now, right? And at last you need to add an action that respond to power ups or a flow. So once you add that action, you just need to define one variable over here, and you need to return the output of this prediction, that is prediction, right? So this will return 1, 2 or 3, right? So this is the flow, child flow that we need to create. Now save this flow. And one more thing, make sure that you have created this flow inside your solution, otherwise in parent flow you won't find this flow, right? Make sure that thing. My child flow has been created successfully. Now go to the parent flow again in the edit mode. Now when you select a run child action, now in a drop down you would definitely have your child flow name should be appear here, that is child flow, right? And once you select that, all of these three parameters are being pre-populated over here, and you just need to pass the variable that you have defined on the top of this, that are the power apps input parameter. Just set these three parameters over here, right? And at last you want to return the result of this child flow to the power apps. For that, add an action that is respond to power app or a flow, and inside that define a variable that is prediction, and from here you will find the result of your child flow, that is prediction. Alright, because in our child flow we have written this variable, so this would be my returning variable over here. Alright, just click on your flow, just click on save. Your flow has been saved successfully. Now in power apps you need to write few lines of code over here, right? Now I have defined some logic over here. I added one button. First of all, we need to pass three parameters to the power apps, that is weekday, is working day, and public holiday, right? So for that I have written this line, three lines of logic over here. First is weekday. So how can I find my weekday? So weekday is something like, let's say for an example, from this date picker, if I selected 23, then my weekday should be 6 because it's a Saturday. Sunday should be started from 0 and Saturday would be from 6. For that, inside the power apps we have a function that is weekday. So you need to write weekday function, and you need to pass date picker dot selected date, and inside that you need to add start week dot Sunday minus 1, so that it will add the weekday over here. Now for public holiday I added one toggle over here, like if it is a public holiday user will select manually from here. You can also automate that. You should have one master list inside the SharePoint, and based on that you will check that if it is a public holiday or not. That would be the long procedure, but as simplest procedure I am adding this manual input as here. Like once it is on, it will return a public holiday as, if it is on, it will return public holiday as 1, otherwise it will return as 0. So if toggle1 dot value is true, it will return 1, otherwise it will return 0. And at last I have one simplest logic, that is working day, means whether the day is working or not. For that I used OR function. If the weekday is 6 or 0, that means Saturday or Sunday, or toggle dot value is true, means that it's a public holiday, then my working day, it's not a working day, that means 0. Otherwise it is a working day, which means 1. So these are the three input variable that I have defined over here. And at last I have added my flow on the button. So let me quickly show you how to add that flow on the button. So just click on add button over here. Now from here go to the action and click on the power automate. You will be seeing all the available flows in this particular solution inside the power apps. Now make sure one thing, that you have created these power apps inside the solution, otherwise you will not see all the created flow over here. So just add the parent flow from here on the button. It is showing adding status over here, and you can see that flow has been added successfully over here. Now as you hover, you need to pass three parameters. So we will pass the three parameters that we have defined here, that is a holiday, public holiday, then weekday, now we need to pass here three parameters. So let me go again to my original button, and as you can see that the added flow, that is this one, and inside that I pass three parameter: public holiday, is working day, and weekday. Alright, these three parameters, and I want to store the result of that flow, so that I defined one variable, update context prediction r, and I added entire flow inside this variable. So whenever I will be here, whenever I am whenever the flow will return a result, it would be stored into this prediction r variable, right? And at last I would be having a function navigate screen to screen transition dot fade, and I'm passing this prediction variable over here, right? Now let me show you the second screen. I added this second screen like this, insert screen, and I added success screen over here. So this will create automatically this button and this text, but in text I have defined like prediction dot its variable is equal to 1, then people will go for a movie on this day. If it's 2, 60% chance that he will go for a movie, and if it's 3, people will never go for a movie. Alright, so this three text I have set over here. Right now on the home I'm navigating to the screen 1, and on screen 1 on the reset variable I'm resetting every variable over here, reset and reset. Alright, hope this is clear for you now. Right, now let me demonstrate this app to you. Let's say for an example, let me select Saturday 16th of May, and it's not a public holiday, and now I'm clicking on get my prediction. So let's see what it will return. As per our prediction, people will go for a movie on this day. So yeah, there might be a chance, it's a Saturday, so it's a weekend, so yes, people can go for a movie. Right, now let's say for an example, if I'm selecting any weekday like 20th, and let me click on get my prediction. Now let me show you one more thing as well. My flow is being running over here successfully as well. So once we hit that thing, like currently we have selected Wednesday over here, so automatically it passes this input parameters to the flow. Is holiday, is 0, is weekend, is 1, that means no weekend, and weekday, that was Wednesday, so it was 3. Then it is calling my child flow, and from child flow a prediction is returned as 3. So you can see that this is my body, and this is the name of my variable that is to be written. So that's why prediction dot prediction I need to have in my result. So it is returning a 3. 3 means not go for a movie. Right, now let me go to the home again, and now let me select some another date. Now let me select any Friday from here, and let me just click on get my prediction. So you can see that there is a 60% chance that people will go for a movie. Yeah, that is true, almost true. Right, based on the pattern, it should be true. Now let's say if it's Monday but still it's a holiday, then maybe holiday means that people can go for a movie. This is my prediction. Now let's see what power-ups will return to us. Yeah, people will go for a movie on this day. Right, so this is how we can predict our data based on the historical patterns that are to be identified. Hope this is clear for you now. This is how we can easily use our historical prediction data to predict our future data. If you have any question, you can share your question with me in the email dhruvinsha16@gmail.com, or in case if you need any consultancy, you can email WhatsApp me on +919537981467. If you are for the first time to my channel, make sure you hit subscribe and press the bell notification to never miss any updates from my channel. I have another 2 session series on form processing as well as AI Builder text classification. You can view it from here. Stay connected with me on all my social media platforms like Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, WhatsApp. If you wish to receive the daily notification from my channel, just click on this link. This will be redirecting you to this form. Fill the form and you will be receiving the daily notification on your WhatsApp number. Stay connected with me. Stay safe. Have a great day. Goodbye.